The button has been buttoned.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yes. Yes. The button is out.
Welcome to GURPS Wars, a homebrew GURPS Star Wars. And I got Crash, and I got Ellie, and I got EO for the players. And we are low on banter because we were high on reverting to a saved state of Foundry because issues. So
At
many
the time
issues.
this goes out, Foundry VTT version 13 will be very stable with a lot of support for the various games and mods that are made for it. At the time this is being recorded, that statement is not true.
Indeed, especially for the GURPS mods and whatnot. And I'm still honestly kind of concerned about my inability to import maps. I don't. That sounds like a Foundry issue. Anyway, hopefully by the time you hear this, it won't be a problem. So, my glorious players, what happened last time?
Sen swore off slot machines.
I thought that was the time before.
Yes, but we definitely didn't go to any slot machines last session because of the time before.
True. You, in fact, looked at some slot machines and went, no.
That is true.
Darling, you keep asking us this, and we keep telling you. We can tell you the disposition of every penny that we spent, but keeping minutes? That's not our job.
We're salaried. We don't have time cards. Wait, salaried. Do we have a salary? We've never really been clear on that.
I do. I can't speak for anybody else.
I mean, you probably do, in fact, get an allowance. After all, your masters have their budgets, and apprentices come out of the master's budgets.
We spring from the master's budget fully formed. Or is it their forehead?
I mean, kind of.
One of those two.
I mean, you do get sort of grabbed up as, after your acolytes, and you go through trials, and yeah.
Also, we split the party.
Right. You split the party. That's right. You people went to dinner with the smuggler who is a kind of a Sith fanboy, and he wants to be one, and therefore he does a lot of trade with the Empire, and he has a collection of artifacts that are mostly attempts to awaken his latent force powers that he probably doesn't have, honestly. But hey, it keeps him loyal. He's very much an Imperial fanboy, or maybe he's from the Empire. It's hard to tell, honestly. And yes, you split the party, and Tooks agreed to go look at his artifacts.
Etchings.
Yes, his etchings. I am going to ask Entux, Entux's player, did you get to a state of interaction where someone would have logically taken his gloves off?
Sure.
You will probably notice it's fairly obvious. He is basically wearing a small bandage around the index finger of his left hand, which is possibly a little bit, I don't know if you would make any remark about it, but you will have the opportunity to do so if you want to.
So he
I
no
will
longer
make a
has six
mental
fingers
note
on
of
his left hand.
No, he does not have 6 fingers. You make a mental note.
Yes.
Okay.
If he's not bringing it up, I'm not going to.
He is, in fact, not bringing it up. He is not precisely being embarrassed by it, but he is definitely minimizing it. You do get a chance to look at his etchings, at a minimum. They are a collection of superstitious artifacts and the very occasional thing that might once have held some kind of potency in the Force. Mostly he has a lot of knickknacks. Some of the knickknacks do look like they're fairly old. They look like things that your parents would probably not mind getting their hands on, but they don't seem to be Force-active knickknacks.
Fair enough.
Is there anything that you wish to attempt to learn during the conversation?
No, but I am going to leave him with a present.
All right. And what are
A
you leaving?
bottle of vomit.
No. I think you people gave that up anyway.
I think
If
it
we
was imploded
didn't,
with the
I have
house.
some words to have with somebody.
We left it in the house
I do
before it
not-
imploded.
Yes.
I do not drink wine. Don't ask me why.
It's okay. This
Reason.
isn't wine. It may have been at one point. It isn't now.
I mean, once you got
Words
it off
to
the
have
planet, it was
somebody.
just spoiled white wine.
Oh, that's right. We did take it with us.
Yes, you did. It was turned into vinegar.
Why did we take it with us?
I'd like to know.
I think someone was just carrying it and decided to keep
We-
carrying it until you got
like-
off world.
When you're
It
holding
might
something, you
have been
forget
me.
you're just holding
It's
it.
been long enough that I can't remember if it was me or not. And
Like-
therefore, I'm going to complain about someone doing it as if it was definitely not me, even if it was.
It's like when you're level 45 in a video game and you look at your inventory and see something that, oh yeah, I was supposed to use this in the tutorial level. Oh. That's why it was so hard.
Mood. So, Antuxa, what present are you leaving?
I'm sorry for the silence. I had to blow my nose.
Valid. Valid. Made your mind tricks by 7, like clay at the wheel. What have you mind tricked him into? Because I don't think he is likely to be. Let's see if he can. He actually succeeds in his will roll, but he does not succeed by 7.
Fair enough.
And honestly, depending on how you decided to spin it, he would probably let you mind trick him because it might give him force powers somehow.
No. No. Ah.
I have to keep in my head through the distractions what I want to say, so I'm going to write it out.
This is a good idea.
It is taking me a lot of willpower to not post images of ceramics that I have found being made. I'm trying to be good and not bury all of the important chat in GIF after GIF. I'm bad
You
at
should
it,
probably
but I'm
make it-
trying.
You should make a channel. You should make another channel for it.
The number of channels in
Irrelevant.
Discord doubles because we have a GIF channel for every game that we play.
No. You can just make one for, irrelevant gifts during gaming.
That's the whole Discord.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Well done, Ellie.
Oh, that's sweet. Almost kind of sweet. Also weird.
Oh.
Do
You
want
must
to
be a
read that?
sleeper agent for the Sith and suppress your force powers until you are called upon. Tell no one you have them and do not use them in case, even when you think you are alone, someone is watching. But you will know.
Aww. That's weirdly nice.
In a creepy, terrible way.
Yes.
Well,
yes, in a
yes.
creepy, terrible way.
There are very conflicting emotions going through the player right now about that.
Yeah.
I can be kind just because I'm not a good person.
Yeah, indeed. So, Sin and Ran wandered off while Antuxa decided to play mind games. And
I honestly forget what we did.
you were researching the Cass
Oh.
family.
No, we were not. No, we were not, because
Oh.
we both failed our rolls very, very poorly.
Yeah, well, you were sort of trying to research the Cass family at the time.
I'm looking at intelligence rolls, failure by 4, failure by 3, research failure by -6. I need to scroll up to see mine, failure by -2. Yeah, we ended up finding tax code information, and people were gathering around and asking us follow-up questions about it. We
Mhm.
apparently were also wrong about that, but no one involved in the conversation knew that we were wrong. This might have long-lasting consequences for people who are not us.
Wait,
think-
which where?
I think that you were actually digging up stuff at whatever little cantina you were at the time when you started doing the research. And this was like historical stuff. So you fell down a different rabbit hole than you were supposed to.
We found historical tax codes, so some of the stuff might have been true,
Yep.
but like the laws that say, like in Pennsylvania, it's illegal to sing in the shower.
Mm-hmm. Fun stuff like that. So
Apparently, it says here that crime is illegal.
Dun dun dun.
They don't seem to enforce it.
Well, you never know. So I assume that you all meet up the next day or thereabouts, or
Didn't we all get rooms in the same place?
yeah.
Yes. Back in the financial district.
We meet up at the Continental Breakfast.
I'm going to put a little square on the map so that you know roughly where your hotel is. It is not that big. It is a little square. There. There's your hotel.
In the financial district?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because the financial district is where, it's one of the places where the nice non-tourist trap hotels are.
This past Monday, my after-school club, I had them using Foundry VTT for the second time, and they discovered click and drag.
Dun dun dun.
And also so many measuring tools. I had to take away their permission in Foundry VTT to add measuring templates because I could not see the characters.
Oops.
Yes. Anyway,
I feel like that's a definite oops.
I'm at the hotel.
It says hotel in teeny tiny little letters.
Oh, it does. How adorable.
Thank you.
I mean,
thank you.
To scale on the map, that is a giant hotel. Also, Ran is a Titan.
Yes. This map is not necessarily to scale, and you will all just have to cope.
Oops, sorry. Oops, sorry. Oops, sorry. I'll put it back.
Start wading.
I will put it back.
Start wading through the water.
I will put it. Made by 16. Do I put back the financial district?
Apparently.
Paper thin buildings that have been smashed just sort of waft away in the breeze after I hold them back up
Fortunately,
again.
the map is not to scale.
This is also true.
It is an approximation.
So I'm assuming that we meet up at the Continental Breakfast or space equivalent of that.
Mm-hmm.
And Ran is happy to regale and Tuxa of how they found all these old tax code laws and stuff when doing their research, leaving out the part that they were trying to research someone else entirely.
Mm-hmm.
Because that would admit failure. I don't know what
There's so
Sen's
much
doing.
failure here. Sen.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Following Ran's
Sen
lead,
has-
probably.
Yes, that seems likely.
And Tuxa, I will let you ask pretty much any questions for anything you feel that you might have wanted to learn, and let's see what you get. Oh yes, and Tuxa is wearing a gown of black with a wispy train coming from, I think, both the bustle and the back of the hat. Translucent black shoulder high practically gloves, sleeveless, and with a flame pattern at every hem of it, or every opening there. So up around the top and around the bottom, just sort of trailing flame color. And Tux is looking extremely impressive. And also, I think there's a veil with a bit of a flame thing going on too.
It's not as water repellent as the hat that also doubled as a small enclosure.
A roof.
Yes.
Yes. Well, it had things come down the side, so it had almost walls.
Well, fortunately, today it's starting out just what's the right word? The humid, but it's not raining right now. A little foggy. And Tuck says, well, any grab floaters attached to the hem and train to keep them about a centimeter off the ground. Yeah, it sounds about right. They sort of ripple along as she walks.
Oh, it'd be hilarious if they were just programmed to keep relative distance away, but and also orientation. So when Tuxa turns, the train moves like a tail.
It sort of slides around elegantly.
Elegantly, unless you're in the way.
Well, yeah. If you're in the way, then you didn't need your ankles anyway, now did you?
Beth, to answer your question, I have eidetic memory, so I'll ask if it comes up.
Okay.
So how
And
did
if there's
your
anything in
evening go?
particular.
Well, I enjoyed myself. He had nothing of particular interest except my parents would have liked it. The artifacts, I mean.
Well, there is that.
We exchanged gifts, and I was back here, before 1 o'clock. How about you?
I was probably snoring by then.
And
Sen
that
can
is why you
confirm if
have
the walls are
separate rooms.
soundproofed.
More the better for all of us. How about you, Sendir? How was your night? Well, that sounds fascinating. I'll have to get the details later.
Spreadsheets were involved.
Yeah, spreadsheets were involved.
You
The
know what?
player suddenly had to deal with spreadsheets and missed all of that, so I assume that Sen was also suddenly dealing with spreadsheets last night. For
Considering we're
reasons.
accountants, this tracks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
and then
there's,
Tuxa is genuinely interested, and we'll have to get the details later.
there's every
Yeah.
possibility that Sen had possibly been sent homework by their master for, here, check these over and then have Antuxa check your work later.
And it does the Microsoft Word thing where you move one cell to make it just be a little bit wider so you can see the text in it, and then the entirety of the spreadsheet breaks in the distance. Sirens.
And I did a somewhat iffy job.
Professional skill logistics works.
Just made
Wait,
it, though.
here.
Yes.
Accounting, failed by 1.
Antuxa just made computer ops. Antuxa accounting success by 1. Rad accounting success. Just made it.
All three of us lean over top the data pad. There is the sound of coconuts striking each other.
Bonk. I mean, it all depends.
Someone's riding a horse.
It all depends on how squishy poor Sen's Leku are. They may not be coconuts. Don't bonk poor Sen's Leku.
Do
Well, I
not
thought
bonk.
my joke was funny.
That too. Now look at me. Now look at what. Look away. Now look at me. I'm on a horse. No. The accountants get diverted by accounting for the breakfast. After breakfast, well, you have your various lists, which are a bit less listicle now, since you've been going through at least one of them. You found the Whispering Lantern that was the buys weird stuff, sells weird stuff, sells made on Tatooine fake relics, etc. And there's the Cass family, which you did not find much about because of research failures. You talked to the proprietor at Whispering Lantern and asked if he could give you any particulars anywhere. And the GM has to stop thinking clearly because the cat insists that it is time to sit behind me. There, all right.
Look, if the cat wasn't supposed to sit behind you, then why was there absolutely no room for the cat to sit behind you?
I mean, there is room. I just have to sit up straight, not lean back on the lumbar support pillow type thing that I've got there. He is not really supportive like a pillow.
If you lean back fast enough, he can be.
No. No, he will just be squished and then he will wiggle.
So it'd be like one of those massage chairs.
No.
Only with claws.
He is sharp. Yes. I am not a pincushion. I am not a pile of laundry to be needled. I am not a pile of laundry that needs mending to be needled. I do not wish to have catupuncture.
It is just one of the many services that Dickens provides.
He does not provide services. So, at the moment, your best lead, unless the Whispering Lantern proprietor gets back to you, your best lead seems to be the Cass family because Sandcast is allegedly superstitious and bids against Reclamation Service more than once on cool stuff.
Request. I've
Oh,
slept on it.
nice.
Ah, yes, EO has provided an illustration for us.
Much nicer than the look at that. That's so good.
I agree. We've slept since the last time we rolled for this. Might I make a research roll again?
Of course.
And not get distracted by historical tax codes. That's the hope. And that's...
Look at these
Oh!
historical tax codes.
I didn't
Oh wow,
even
here's
see
historical
these
tax
before.
codes about Twi'leks. And Tuxa makes success by 1. Okay. Does Sen wish to make a research roll on this as well?
This is an Intuxa-based plot for this particular arc, and I'm totally okay with this. Because Intuxa's the only one who's doing anything useful right now. Well, Intuxa
Sen
and
made
Sen
the
right now, because Sen
research.
made the roll too.
Yes. Rand, you've got some fascinating stuff about tax codes surrounding Twi'leks and also Mary Allen refugees. It's fascinating. And Tuxa and Sen, okay. You dig around and there's this thing called the Thamog Tatler that's some kind of newspaper. It actually, you can get like physical flimsies of it in some places. You can order them. They'll be delivered to you. Gracious. It's also online, obviously. There, I will type it in. And it's kind of a gossip rag, but being a gossip rag, that means that you can get stuff like which of the publicly criminal families, okay, maybe they're not actually publicly criminal, but Tatler seems to think they are. Which of the criminal groups, gangs, are brawling, openly? Which of them have made peace? Which of them are being, pursued by each other in ways that don't count as brawling for whatever reason? One person is trying to make up, the other one is iffy. Some scandals regarding the cops, a number of whom appear to be in the pay of a local Hutt family branch. All sorts of stuff. Also stuff about, people rumored to be kissing somebody else's girl, boy, gender flexible, gender undefined, Does it cover the antics of Bat Boy? No. It covers the antics of Carp Boy, the mysterious cryptid who lives in the rivers. Well, not the river. Well, it's sort of a river. It's a pretty big river.
This implies the existence of carp in the rivers.
Yes, they're space carp.
Space carp, which, unlike regular carp, are known for smacking into someone who uses a pun near the river.
Sparp Boy.
I have questions, but I'm not sure I want them answered.
According to this, they're answered on page 25.
What do you want to know about the Sandcast family now that you have found a lovely source of, well, a gossip rag? A gossip rag that feels like it's the actual thing that gives you information around here. Duxa, meanwhile, someone managed, without seeming to have left the table, to arrange a round of Spegs Benedict.
Wait a minute, aren't eggs already round? Isn't that kind of redundant?
No, well, it depends on the egg. Chicken eggs are usually a bit oval. I'm sure there are plenty of Spegs that are
rounded. Eggs do not tend to have sharp corners, is what I'm saying. That would be bad for everyone.
Yes, but some of them may be like, perfectly spherical.
And this
Possibly
has to be one of those things where Ran and Sen are looking over this tabloid, trying to find the useful information among the sea of Sparp Boy antics or whatever. We look down, we look over, and Tuxa's there with us. We look down, we look over, and Tuxa has Spegs Benedict. I don't remember that being part of the buffet.
Well, you never know unless you ask.
I don't recall you getting up to ask.
We have our ways, dear.
Huh.
Ram will file this bit of information away and not continue to question it because he knows that path lies madness.
Mind tricks by sign language. You didn't see how I wiggled my fingers.
Audio-based media. I love that this is a game where that is just considered canon now.
Mhm.
Well, so we have a gossip rag and we have breakfast and
Your gossip rag gives you some of the local. Let's see. There's the other one. Come here, you.
The
Where'd you
Green
go?
Street Gang, where are they based?
Blue Street.
It's a clever ruse. It's a facade.
There are 4 of the local, more criminal, the ones the Tatler talks about more. Basic, right? Inafal the Hut, Green Street Gang, Barektes Boys, and the Cass family. Sorry, Barektes Boys. It is rumored by the Tatler that the cops are quite thoroughly in Inafal the Hut's pocket if Huts had pockets. But of course, they can't say anything, name names. They just know that certain elements in the force, and by force, it's lowercase cop force.
Ran is now picturing Huts wearing skirts and sweaters with pockets in the skirts to make them more useful. And somehow this makes him hate Huts less.
Yes, so do they have little police officers, poking their heads out? So that's
That makes him
the
hate Huts more.
overview. That's the overview. So, is there anything that you want to dig up with your minor success there in specific?
Well, Antuxa, you're our people person. How do we go about this?
That's an excellent question.
well, we're trying to get a particular holocron, right?
The rumor was it was a holocron or maybe some other kind of relic, yes.
So, are there any rumors in this rag about people getting into it with like rumored visiting buyers, like
There are
people on the planet who might have been Imperials or something?
there's there's a whole bunch of stuff about possible cells of Imperials who have been either deposited by aliens, space alien, wait, what? Living in the sewers, sneaking around because of it's Imperials, they want to spy on people. Space aliens, just space aliens, yes. A lot of pages for a tabloid. Yeah, well, it's because they're small pages. They have a lot of advertising. Some of the advertising is, in fact, older stuff. Okay. You're not finding too much about Imperials that doesn't sound like unconfirmed sightings of Imperials spies, and something about Imperials who deserted but haven't turned themselves over to the government and they've been living in the sewers for the past 20 years or something. This seems unlikely.
Yeah, everyone knows it's space alligators in the sewers.
Right. There's stuff about weird cults around once you start following that trail just a little bit. People who wander around in weird robes and set up weird what's the right word, rituals in one of the park areas that are discovered in the morning with weird stuff, drawings and markings and occasionally a sacrificed Gizka or something.
Well, that does sound more our speed.
There's assorted rumors in the Tatler about people who may be beneath the hoods. There's, assorted holo starlets. There's, entertainers, um, alleged, what's the word? Alleged, reporters from competing news sources occasionally, governmental officials, Sparp boy, but this is for ones that are around the docks, obviously. The Sparp boy has to swim because he has no feet. He just has fins. You actually find a rumor that Sandcast himself has been seen wearing robes and doing rituals off in the darkness or whatnot, as well as the I remember all my NPC names. Scroll. As well as Hurston Manon, who you met. It does sound like there are, if not actual, there may not be as many weird, strange, esoteric cults around, but there may be some. And Antux, I'll give you this one because you would know it. Mysteries has a tendency to start up weird cults in order to have people, A, giving them money, and B, serving as potential experimental fodder, and C, serving as a potential funnel for cool stuff, because if you have something weird, you want to sell it. And you want to sell it to the weird cult people who buy weird stuff. So Mysteries goes, yes, this is an easy way. We will start a cult.
Not that
We will
they're
worship
the
strange
ones
things.
who would do that.
Huh?
I said not that they're the only ones who do that. Thinking of a certain person on Narshada, but
Yeah.
No, not the only ones, but it's something that they're known for. 50,000 credits in childcare, and they call it a cult. I mean, some cults do have, like free childcare if you just tithe a little
I'm
bit.
quoting one of the lines from Warcraft 3. If you clicked on the Necromancer often enough, one of his "I'm angry at you for clicking on me too many times" lines was 50,000 credits in childcare, and they call it a cult.
I mean, you never know. It might be.
I mean, in Warcraft 3, it really was.
Makes sense. Cat attack. While you are puttering around looking for assorted leads, and Tuxa, you do get a little ping on your comm.
Hello.
Yes, hello. Right, it's me. Wait. Yes, it's me. It's let me scroll down. It's Barlow. Barlow by Wiki. You remember Whispering Lantern last night?
Of course, darling.
2 nights ago.
What can I do for you?
No, you were asking about people who might have more of the things.
Ah, indeed.
I have a rumor for you.
Delightful.
It's one of those rumors that's going to sound like comes straight out of one of those scandal rags.
Well, those are the best kind, dear.
Oh, no. It depends on scandal.
Lay it, as they say, on me.
There's someone wandering around in a mask.
I believe I've
And-
heard something about that.
Well, the mask, you see, is the weird part, maybe, but gathering up things.
Not
Bidding.
things.
Allow me to pause. I have a cat situation here.
Well, we have been playing for about an hour.
Yes, let's take a pause.
I see what you did there. Intend your puns. All right, gonna pause it here. And that's when I said we need form 55321 stroke A. It's a totally different bracket from stroke B.
I swear, some people don't know their way around the Imperial tax code like they should.
That's what I was saying.
We're live.
Oh, places, everyone. I have to say, it's a wonderful craft services table this time.
It is. Although, I mean, the onset today has been fantastic, so I really don't have that much room left.
Oh, well, you can say that. You were scripted to have Eggs Benedict.
I got them for everybody.
Which I appreciate.
But all 3 helpings were on your plate.
Just because you hadn't taken yours yet.
It's okay. I took mine.
By 16.
Made by 16, you even got the drippings.
Just the entirety of the Eggs Benedict rolls up into a tube.
I found more questions I'm not sure I want answered.
So, Barla, you were saying about this man with a mask.
Right, yes. I'm not entirely sure, but it might be the one that I mentioned that I saw at the auction.
Well,
but I don't know for sure.
So many Sith have masks. It's hard to tell sometimes.
Sith? You think there's a Sith about?
Well, it could also just be some strange person wearing a mask. But we'll check it out. Do you happen to know where they've been seen?
Yes, well, that's the thing, you see. They were leading some kind of ritual thing in the burned out Bly's warehouse. It's down,
This is where the NPC says, I'll mark it on your map.
Indeed, yes. He is going to mark it on the map.
Boy.
I will put it, okay, I will get that. I will mark it with a square.
Oh no, it's in the hotel.
No, it's another square. Another square. People.
No, there is another.
I'm going to spot you. Yes, there's another square. Come on, lines. Give me lines. Give me lines of the correct color. Update drawing. There. It's over at the Nizan docks, just outside the Mary Allen district, near one of the bridges that leads from the Thamog City Islands out to the rest of Ord Mantell and presumably other assorted settlements and places you might not want to go because there might actually be more law and order looking for people who levitate their eggs Benedict.
Beth, you did not. You
What?
did not.
What?
For a city that has so much crime in it, so many crooks specifically, you did not name the docks Nixon Docks.
Nizan. Actually, I changed the name slightly. It was something else before, but it was funny.
That typography says Nixon.
Yes, it does, because I copied the N and put it over the letter that was there before.
So you did, in fact, name it Nixon Docks. Or we tried to prove this, but that tape of you doing it is missing like a few minutes.
I'm just like, yeah, exactly. Maybe I should have used the S or the K. No, but it's pronounced Nizan. There's an apostrophe. You can't see the apostrophe between the I and the X. It's probably named after a Twi'lek.
It's a silent apostrophe.
Yes, it's a silent apostrophe. You didn't notice that before? You didn't notice that?
The silent apostrophe.
Yes.
It's not just silent, it's invisible.
Well, it's no good being quiet if everybody can see you.
Says the person who can turn invisible, yes.
Exactly.
Whereas I'm incapable of doing either.
Barlow, darling, thank you so much for letting us know. We'll let you get back to your day, but we'll take a look and see if we can find anything out over there.
Right. That's certainly worth a look, and you never know, it might be one of the people who is in that Tattler thing.
Indeed. You find the oddest things when you look through the tabloids.
Exactly. You understand.
I do my best. Have a good day, darling. I'll let you know if we find anything.
And if I find anything else out, I'll call you. Right. Yes. No, I already told you those people. Yes, one of the Cass family was at the auction, so they might have interest in it too. Right. No, but yes, the Bly's warehouse.
All right. We'll be there.
Be careful.
No.
It's a bit dangerous. The zoning issues have kept it from being rebuilt for some time.
Well, Danger, as I always say, is his middle name.
Suppose so. You really think there's
Goodbye,
Sith
dear.
around? Oh, goodbye. I'll
They're
if
probably
you
in
see
league
any,
with
warn me,
Sparp
would you?
Boy.
I certainly shall.
Good. Don't want to remember. He hangs up at muttering things about Sith maybe trying to steal things out of his collection and something.
The next episode of whatever the tabloid is called, I've lost the name.
The Mog Tatler.
The Thmog Tatler's next episode, the cover is going to say Sparp Boy joins the Sith.
Possibly.
With a very badly space photoshopped image of Sparp Boy wearing a robe. The robe is at slightly the wrong angle to actually be worn by that person.
I mean. And now I have to scroll because people did something actually somewhat different and I can't. Scroll. Yes, there. No, not there.
Who added the apostrophe? Also, I think it needs to be rotated slightly. That's
does,
an
but I don't
accent,
have
not an apostrophe.
Yeah, well, how do you rotate those things anyway?
I think it depends on the thing. Some of them are rotatable. Yes. Position. The first, when you double click on the drawing, and yes, it's text, but it's still a drawing. Position has a section for rotation in degrees.
Oh, okay.
Fighting with Foundry. This is the weirdest fighting with Foundry we've had today.
It's just slightly
Not the most
hilarious
annoying.
fighting in Foundry.
By far, not the most annoying. But those are all things for the rollback. Now I'm watching this the accent slowly turn into apostrophe and jump around the map.
Mm-hmm. That should probably be smaller. You're just diversion successful. Okay.
Diversion successful. Ran is eagerly walking off towards Nixon docks.
Nizan.
Look,
Or maybe
I still
Nizan.
refer to Darth Chardonnay as Chardonnay. And I've forgotten Lord Zappy Zap's real name entirely.
She's in here. I just she's here. Egg Fealty Day, adults.
You can
Lord Navari.
You can tell me, but tomorrow I will only remember her as Lord Zappy Zap, because the actual name will never be in my head.
But Zappy Zap will.
But Zappy Zap will.
I mean, that's fair enough. So, you all want to go meandering off to the warehouse or something?
That seems very possibly like a plan.
It
Yes,
sounds like
that
the
sounds
kind of
like a
plan.
good idea.
It sounds like the kind of plan that the GM springs on us if we're being too wishy-washy about what we should do next. So I say let's go for it, Rand says, while walking away, not looking to see if he's being followed. Because let's face it, half the time, if he looks back, his friends are invisible.
That's fair.
Hey, just skim a few little things here. Sorry, having to skim my notes. Okay. A few things are going to be a little bit different. You people are very early on this one, but they're moving around. Okay. You get to, I assume you take a air car or a ground car taxi or something. You are dropped out in front of a place I don't have a map for. We're going to have to do this, theater of the mind. Oh no. It's clearly a warehouse sort of district because it's Ord Mantell. A lot of the architecture around here is, concrete and looming and we were once a military ordnance depot. So, but this is, you're not sure what blew up in here, but something must have blown up. The second floor is exposed. The, rusted steel frame and the shattered windows are grimy and sad underneath the afternoonish cloud cover. It's got most of the first floor seems to be the walls are intact. The windows are not. There's ancient smoke damage that is ground into the concrete duracrete, like it has never been clean, possibly. It's so grubby. There are rusted chains across the doors and extremely faded keep out signs, similar, barricades across the fence. It's slightly fenced in. Wow, is it extremely it's pretty pathetic. Around, any well-run Imperial place, this would have been cleaned up. Something new would have been put on it. This is just sloppy. Yes. The first floor ceiling is now the old second floor ceiling. The second floor is now the basement.
You would think whichever crime syndicate moved in here, at least they would renovate. Or was this the renovation? Oh no, was this the renovation? Why is that Jawa leaving quickly? Anyway, it seems that there's some type of, warning sign, some tape here saying people who aren't us should stay away.
There's general, keep out signs.
Yes, that's for people who aren't
danger. Yeah,
They
Those
put
are
those out when we
always
weren't
for
even on the
other
planet.
people.
They put those out when we weren't even on the planet, so they weren't thinking of us.
Down by the docks, the aquatic Gizcom call pathetically to each other. Sen has made urban survival. Sen, what are you doing with your urban
Does
survival?
this place look sound? And also, how many entrances can I identify?
On the plus side, it was made of duracrete. The walls are certainly sound. The floors, you'd want to be careful wandering around. You would not want to go to the second floor unless you were extremely careful. The various windows are, some of them are boarded up, some of them it's like the boards have fallen down ages ago. You could probably get in through any number of windows with a little bit of bouncing. Some of them have jagged bits of glass left, but if you're willing to take out a lightsaber, that's not a problem. If you're willing to take out a lightsaber, you can make your own door. You can sever the chain, etc.
I mean, some people use tools for that, yes.
Indeed. The there are various doors that were like, the large doors that you brought equipment or what's the word? Ingredients. No, brain, not ingredients. Parts in, feedstock in, and, exported stuff out of it, possibly on the other side. There's employee doors. There's probably something that was a front office door once. You would not want to go in there if you didn't have danger sense.
Yeah, that's fair.
Isn't
I'm
it the
going
other
to
way around?
relay this stuff. Oh.
Detecting disturbances. You are detecting not a current disturbance, not an ongoing, well, maybe you're detecting the echoes, faint echoes of something that did disturb the force here. And relatively recently, but by that I mean within the last 5 to 10 days. For sense, attempting to detect minds?
Yes.
At the moment, there are no mines here. Not inside that area. There's plenty of mines elsewhere, but
Ram was going to object, yes.
in the area of the warehouse, you are not detecting a whole bunch of mines.
Not even little animal mines?
Not very many of those. A few, but not in the place itself. Around the edges. Maybe
The space rats have danger sense.
Yeah, there's like birdoid things roosting, or at least sitting on top of the broken out walls that are on this upper floor and what's left of the ceiling up there. But you're not detecting like rat colonies or anything.
Okay.
No invisible sleen, probably.
At least we don't
I
see
will
any.
happily let Ran and Sen do their things then.
Oh, I'm not expecting to get any results from my search roll. I only made it by 1, and what Sen got from urban survival, that seems a lot more specific. And I was just rolling to see, from the outside, do I notice anything interesting? You gave us a ton of detail already.
Brand, do you happen to have observation?
Not
Not
ironically,
seeing it.
if I
Okay.
have it, I'm having a hard time finding it.
Nope. It would be under O, and you've got a bit merchant up there, so okay. All right.
So, we're going in here, right?
I assume.
Great. Sen's going to find a likely window.
Okay, you easily vault the small fence that was around the place, and I mean, there's a fair amount of graffiti here and there now that you look that's just not visible from the very front door, or the front of the street. Everybody vaults this fence. It's pathetic. There's the
Ran,
front
darling,
doors.
would you locate me a gate, please?
Oh,
Critical success. One.
If there isn't a
Right.
gate, there is one.
Ran disassembles. Ran disassembles the atoms of the fence and relocates them.
There was, in fact, a gate that was meant apparently to keep people out, at least from walking in through the front. Who knows what's down that side of the building? It had a lock.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The lock is gone.
There were substantial quotation marks around the gate. The
Yes.
word gate.
Well, it's
As
the
I
most.
said, if there's not a gate, there's a gate.
Let's just say that the gate that you have was actually the one that was most easy to casually snap the rusted chain holding it shut, break through the little latch that was also allegedly locked, and swing it open with a gesture, and it hardly even creaks because it doesn't dare. It swings open with either dignity or ominousness, whichever.
The fence loves Ran. He will be taking it home.
We're trying to get back on board the ship. Sen is looking at Ran with like a considerable amount of yardage of fence, just saying no.
The fence is possibly scared of Rad.
Look, Antuxa has her talents, Sen has their talents, Ran has his.
And his are telekinetic.
And only telekinetic.
Yeah, well. You have opened the gate. You may close it up afterwards and loop a bit of chain through the thing to make it look like it's not completely useless if you wish.
I only made that one by 14. I'm not as good at putting it back together again.
I mean.
Thank you, darling.
I imagine the ground under Antuxa is now also a little bit more leveled.
Probably.
There's a nice little path.
So, Sen, are you just going to head for the front doors and not worry if anyone sees you slipping in, or are you going to go for one of
I
the
said
side
I was
doors?
heading for a likely window.
A
Yes,
likely
yes.
window. Okay. There are a number of likely windows around, and if you pop off the plywood that looks extremely, shall we say, weathered, if not perhaps slightly rotting, you can almost certainly see whether or not there's any glass left on this front window here. You can go around the side. It had a suitable number of windows. A lot of them are up high, but the ones for the offices and whatnot are, large enough that people can actually look outside. Basically, are you going to try to go in through the front office, or are you going to go in through the main?
Let's head in through the side, and I'm going to try to stealth.
Okay.
Made it by 5.
Made by 5.
Okay. You find a very likely window, and you can even knock out some of the glass that, oh, yeah, people have knocked this glass out before, huh? It's not that hard to get through without slicing anything. There's old assembly lines and skeletal machinery just sort of looming around in this workroom. You know, the droids or whoever manned it are long gone, but the really heavy stuff has not been scavenged out. In fact, you even find some old, rusted droid remnants here and there, crumpled, where they apparently couldn't go anywhere they didn't have legs. Oh well. I mean, you just position the droid there and you have it, scanning things, probably doing quality checks. There's grime, there's weird webbing. Some of it's a rather appalling shade of yellow because space spiders. There's rustles from wind, or maybe there is vermin around the place. Does anyone have, you're looking around. Let me just make a danger sense roll for you. There's places that you don't want to stand under, they give you the creeps. There's areas you don't want to go to that also kind of give you the creeps. There's a couple sets of stairs off to one side, close to the front of the warehouse, where presumably there would be more offices or something. You would want to be careful on the stairs. They're kind of light shines in gray and moistly through the broken windows that are at the top parts of the tall walls here. You can see up through at least one location outside where it's been even rainier. Place looks like a mess. What skills would you care to use to find things out? And are people following Sen? Find yourselves inside one method or another. I mean, if you let Ran pick you up carefully, you can be floated through that window.
My concern is that my train doesn't catch.
I made the telekinesis other roll by 13. Your train has made it through.
Excellent. Thank you, darling.
And my telekinesis, I rolled telekinesis other both times. I meant to roll self for one of them, but it's 24 and 22 for the skills. So the first roll was for me. That I only made it by 9. I don't go through as gracefully as Intuxa.
Well, you had to let your eyes adjust to the darkness, and then bringing in Antuxa was much easier. Antuxa, this place is absolutely grubby. It's terrible. This is worse than a dig site.
Well, it's a good thing I have these little grav drones then.
It is. It really is. The little anti-grav drones are bunching up and trying to huddle. Well, they'd like to huddle close to you, but they know their duty not to let your train touch the actual ground. But they do kind of bunch up around as much as possible and group together because there's all these things that could snag.
If I didn't know any
Your
better,
train
I'd
is
say
scared.
your drones were, yes, scared.
Well, they know what I'll do to them. No, I wouldn't do anything to you, darlings.
Well, not to them. One of
If
them
you're
was already
looking-
sacrificed to make an example.
Antuxa made occultism by 8. This place down here, all right, if you were making a ritual of some kind that was going to be dramatic, you would absolutely do it in a place like this, but perhaps not in this part of the place like this. You would probably want to find a somewhat cleaner spot.
Yes, that would make sense.
Right. However, if you want to make a real ritual, if people died here, that would make it at least lightly aspected towards the darker side of things. You would probably want to look for a path that had seemed to have been used. Like Ran, looking for trails through the grime. Yes, actually, it does seem like there have been quite a few people traipsing through here, heading up towards the stairs.
The stairs that you said don't look like they will last for much longer.
The stairs that you would want to be careful on.
Oh, well, I will be careful on them.
Yeah, I knew what you were going to do.
Yep.
You're going to be light on your feet.
I am incredibly light on my feet. You don't even hear them creak. I mean, we might still hear them creak. It's the GM's prerogative. But that's the goal that Rand has as he goes up the stairs. That he's only putting his feet on the stairs for the aesthetic.
Not only that, but I gave you a nice little danger sense thing. You can tell which stairs you don't want to walk on, and even more what parts you don't want to walk on. And also, if you're keeping track of trails through the dirt, the grimy, dirty parts are on the parts you don't want to walk on, and the parts that look like maybe somebody has been walking through here are, in fact, mostly on the steps that you're willing to put your own feet on.
So basically,
You're willing to put
it's
your own
the
feet on
equivalent
some
of
them anyway.
It's the equivalent of, on a snowy day, staying in the tracks of the vehicle in front of you.
Yeah. Except you can walk on different parts if you feel like it, because you are very light on your feet right now.
Ram will point out that the footprints are a guide, because that's more convenient than saying, all right, so avoid steps 3, 8, 5, half of 7. Matter of fact, jump over 1 and 2 completely. It's easier to say step where someone else stepped.
Yeah. The upstairs, if you aren't looking at the part that was basically seriously blown out, the floors are a metal mesh that had some kind of wood, probably wood composite over them, and well, it is moist enough in this location. Maybe it didn't burn that well, and it was mostly explosion, but there's a whole lot of scorch marks. It's very dark where there aren't holes or windows. It does look like there are smaller rooms, offices, and whatnot, and it doesn't smell good here. It smells like some kind of... Give me an IQ roll.
So long as it doesn't smell like a swamp surrounded by undead fish things. I failed by 3.
Something
Antuxa made
smells
it by
weird
7.
here. Antuxa, it smells...
I found a new smell.
Yes, Antuxa, you know this smell. This is the sort of smell that reclamation service people have when they're ferrying fuel around to use as a makeshift accelerant for making things go boom. You know, you set the little trail of fuel, and then you get far out of range, and then you set the light to it, and then you duck.
Then possibly regrets that they were attempting to find their way up the stairs.
I mean, you made it by 2.
No,
Were
I
you-
mean, it's just that I was going up and everyone else is talking about things going boom.
It smells like that.
Oh, I'm not talking about things going boom. I didn't figure out what the smell was.
It's a new smell.
I'm not a Jawa that carries Reuben sandwiches around. I wouldn't know that smell.
Indeed.
An accelerant has been used here. I recognize this from demolitions work, using explosives to bring down walls.
Or boulder falls. You know, the usual.
Are they going
Ram
to
will
blow
bite
this
his
place
tongue.
up?
I think they blew it down and up and significantly sideways.
Okay, so, like, it is not going to get extra exploded? Hopefully.
We can always find out.
I don't want to find out. That's the problem.
I will, to my chagrin, not take the penalty and take my gloves off. Or one of them, anyway.
You
Ew,
touch the
ew,
cleanest
ew.
spot that's only moderately covered in grime.
Yes.
Okay,
Ram
where are you
was-
touching? Just so that are you trying to get the whole warehouse?
I am trying to get a general sense of how long ago this accelerant was laid.
The accelerant has been being. Someone has been bringing things in cans over the past 2-3 days.
And hasn't been using them.
Apparently not.
We may be in quite a bit more danger than I thought.
Oh, great. I hate it when my worst case questions are right.
I'm looking.
Search by 9.
The search roll is looking for the cans.
I'll help.
The can. Okay.
Oh.
Sen, I'm so
Sen?
sorry that your eyes fell out.
That is a critical failure.
566, yes.
Right. Okay.
I just
Sen-
wanted to help.
And Tooks was
You
doing better than me, made by
find-
9, but I made by 3 too. So
Zen, you have found a spot that used to have carpet, apparently, or maybe it didn't used to have carpet, because as you are trying to look for something else near the stairs, you wind up basically dangling through a hole that you have only caught yourself on by basically drawing your saber staff and having it go clunk. You get to dangle for a while.
Carry on.
Wayward Son.
It looks awfully jagged down there. Yes. And Tuxa has made a search success by 9. Ran has made by 3. You go prowling about, and there are a few, basically, the plastic jugs of, well, a gas tank kind of can thing. You lost all of your gas, you're getting more, etc. There's a few of those stashed here and there, behind doors, under debris, and as you are prowling through, there is one large meeting room that is intact, or someone has made it intact, maybe by going up on the roof and covering things with a tarp or wood or something. But the thing about it is that, well, through the door as you open it, there's some kind of giant, indistinct statue at the center. And you have night vision, and you have
Not.
not. Okay. There's something blurry and indistinct and large and probably not alive in there, because if it were alive, you're pretty sure you would have seen it. Ran, it's some kind of weird humanoid statue, ill-carved.
I light a match.
You can't
to
really get a
see it
lot of the
better.
details.
No.
I don't have matches on my inventory.
Got lightsaber, but, well, there are
Why would I
definitely
use
some
a lightsaber?
cans. The light?
I
There
would
are,
simply
however,
move the
cans
statue
of the
into the light so I could
accelerant.
see it better.
Well, you can do that if you want to.
Actually, Rand's rather impulsive. Made by 14. Am I able to
Oh.
drag the statue closer to get a better look?
Are you dragging it or lifting it?
Lifting it. It'd be fun
All
to hear
right.
the sound of it dragging across the floor, but that might produce a spark.
It might produce a spark. It might go through. Okay. As you drag it into the light that you have cast by opening this door, and this is not great light at all, so honestly, the light of it is quite possibly more from any holographic flames or LED flame effects on Antux's outfit. It's not. It's a wooden statue. It looks like some kind of crowned creature with horns, or maybe like the orange people with that have the horns and the long Leku-ish things. What are those tags? Togruta, yeah, them. It looks sort of like maybe a Togruta with extremely long pointy ears, and it is covered with poorly glued on cracked reflective glass shards. Some of them fall off as you lift it over.
Well, I see you found something exciting.
I don't like this. And I'm not sure, but I think it's predominantly just my sense of aesthetics and the smell of gas.
Well, you're the one who brought it over here.
I couldn't see it very clearly, and I'm not going over there. I mean, I could probably keep the explosion from hitting me, but some things I would like to not find out unless I absolutely have to.
Indeed. And some of us lack that skill. Sen, darling, how are you doing?
Fine. Sen is trying to clamber.
Ram would help Sen, but he's currently holding a statue.
Like that's ever stopped you before.
Okay, you make a good point.
Sen is clambering. Okay, you are clambering well enough. You are managing to get out without causing everything to do terrible, terrible things. Rand
I
has
gave
done
myself a
telekinesis
-5.
with another crit.
I gave myself a
And still
-5 because I'm still holding the statue.
And you still made a crit success.
Sen
Giving Sen a hand?
makes
Sorry.
noises.
I'm just giving you a little boost. It's fine. If anything, Ram was only telekinesis othering the soles of Sen's boots.
Please do not steal my boots.
I'm just giving you a push upwards to get up the stairs. It's fine. I'm not stealing your boots.
Okay, that's fair. And it's not the stairs.
Wherever you were clamoring.
I fell through a hole.
Ah. Well, now you've done it again in the other direction.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Do any of you people have anything resembling a flashlight?
Yes, but they're flammable.
Actually, you do have something that
We've
you
established
probably-
that our little computers have lights on them.
Yes.
Do the equivalent of turning on our phone screen to see what's going on.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, the flash on the camera.
Yep.
And yes, I will be doing that.
That sure is an ugly statue that Rand has brought over. That is extremely ugly. Wow, that's ugly.
Also, I have
the
to
light's
aim the
gonna-
flash really carefully.
Yes, it's because it's covered in all that glass, so it's like,
Yeah.
your eye. Ugh.
It glitters.
It glitters. The rest of the room has it was lifted out from in the middle of some kind of chalked ritual circle. There are black candles that have been burned down somewhat. There are broken mirror fragments arranged in patterns. There's a spot that has a little wooden bowl that has something glittering inside it. The walls have had some kind of dark fabric tacked onto them, possibly to cover rude graffiti or who knows what. You would probably have to get closer to examine the ritual circle to see if it was interesting or completely made up.
All right, I'll get closer.
Okay. With your occultism. Okay. Everything here looks like someone. You would say that with that statue in the middle, it looked like someone trying to summon something that thought the statue was a grounding point for it. You know, a ghost, a entity. But you've made your occultism by 8. That's not what these runes are for. Or maybe they are? This one here, yes, you can actually decipher this one. It's the word sacrifice, and this one is symbol, and that one over there is death. But you don't see any signs that anything has been actually killed here. Give me a perception roll. Or tell me what you're actually specifically looking at. The things in the bowl are little blue shards of glass, and they have blood on them.
Oh, that's lovely. I'm going to have to touch that too, aren't I?
Well, I could, but I wouldn't discern
It's a-
anything from it. It's
It's at least somewhat cleaner in here. I mean, except for a little bit of blood. That's the only place that there's any blood that you can
And
tell.
that's the thing that Tux is going to have to touch. Well, I
Mhm.
didn't bring my bucket.
If I die horribly, tell my parents that I followed in their footsteps.
But they're not dead.
Oh, wow.
That's another crit success.
That's lovely.
We've gotten several this evening.
That is a crit success on psychometry. Let me scroll just a little bit. I want to see if I can just read you something straight. It's a rainy night. There are 5 people who are gathered around that statue. Some of them are dubious, some of them are hopeful, some of them are excited, some of them are dubious and hopeful. They each have a piece of this shattered glass, this glass that was once holy glass. It was sacred to someone. It had the weight of belief upon it in ways that are honestly a bit foreign to Antuxa. But people believed that this glass was part of something holy and sacred. And they recited ritual things. They were led by someone in a mask, a metal mask, but sort of a matte metal, not a shiny one. They sliced or pricked their hands. They drew blood with the little shards. They placed them in that bowl. They said other words, and then nothing happened. And they complained, they griped, they looked around for the 6th one who had vanished, the one in the metal mask, and then they left griping about how they'd been conned. And all through this, from the moment that they sliced, you were getting that weird feeling of blood and slick, oily blood spreading, the kind that you sensed off of Hurston.
Mm-hmm. The one with the cut finger.
The one with the cut finger. Honestly, you have psychometry. You've met him. He was one of them. He was definitely one of them.
Do
That's
I get
his
a good
blood.
impression of the mask?
Yes, you got a crit success. You get the impression that it was actually a very good holo call. That somewhere there ought to be a holo generator somewhere in this place, or there was before, and because they couldn't find the person, but there's really only one door that leads out, so you would recognize the mask if you saw it before. Let me see if I can get a useful picture of it. I bet I can. It is a mask that looks like it's a whole face covering mask. And I will grab this here and turn this into a screenshot. Like that.
Okay.
Angular and
Oh no, it's a character from Batman
not quite
Beyond.
shiny. No. It just looks like that. It looks like that, I suspect, in part because someone I suspect was using the well, never mind.
It is an iconic style that's used in a lot of comic books, which is why I reference Batman Beyond.
Basically.
It's dark enough
that
it screams Batman Beyond, but it's not a Batman Beyond character.
It's dark and shadowy. Yeah, well, it's also the black and white one instead of trying to find a color one, so there's that. Oh, that's right, I'm using the black and white version because it's easier to read. No, it's not black and white. The map's in color. Yeah. Intelligence missed by 7. Oh, is it at a -6?
Yeah.
What were you trying for?
Artistry.
Ah.
Which is a IQ -6 default.
Yep. Well, don't
you have another default?
They default to each other at -6 if you unless it's within specific categories. And my artist is actually lower than my IQ at the moment.
What were you trying artistry for?
I was going to have her try and draw a picture of the mask.
Alas.
Alas.
You will remember it.
Artist fashion might actually cover clothing sketches.
I'll let Beth rule on that one, but I would have failed it anyway.
Fair.
I can't telekinesis other you out of this one, unfortunately.
The material that made this mask, Antuxa, you suspect was actually kind of cheap. It looks somewhat handmade and not necessarily by an expert artisan. A competent one, but not an expert. It may have been stamped out in the hundreds on Hutta or something, or it may have been something that was supposed to be on a droid that someone repurposed. And you can tell.
For all I know, it's a carnival mask.
Could be. But what you can tell is that there was a ritual done. The ritual did apparently work, but it's not the ritual that they thought they were doing. Or the results aren't what they thought they would be.
Interesting. Did we ever find the cans?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of cans. They've been mostly tucked behind those wall coverings now that you look around.
Okay.
The, black draped stuff, it seems like someone is getting ready to maybe burn this whole place down again. Get rid of the evidence.
Yes. Well, I don't suppose there's a handy cardboard box.
What would you want to do with the cardboard box, just so I can...
Put the bowl with the glass shards in it.
Let's see.
I could probably make a wooden one pretty quickly.
The universe does not think that there is a handy cardboard box. You might be able to find some kind of crate down at the bottom.
Okay.
Or you could carry it in the bowl.
I will ask Ran to put the statue back.
I put the candle back.
The candle?
The wall turns around. It's on the other side. I will take some pictures with my tiny computer.
The tiny computer lights up the place with a flash, and you can even move it around a little bit or make Rand float it around to get holographic 3D if you want.
No, I think the photographs will be fine. And I'll just take the bowl full of thing.
Blood and glass.
Yes.
I did my search roll to see if I can't find a container to put the bowl in, I am looking for raw materials that I might repurpose to make a container to put the bowl in.
That's a stealth roll.
Well, I clicked on the wrong thing then. It's the same number.
Okay, it's the same number.
They're both 12.
You can maybe find some stuff. You could, tear down one of the wall things, and if you have a pocket knife, you could cut it around, and you could rip one apart.
Pocket knife, sure. I just need some planks and some nails. Oh, look, there's both.
Actually, let me just check something.
I pull out a load-bearing nail.
Actually, what you find is a toolbox.
Oh!
It's under one of the old workbenches that is down below. It's new. There's a whole bunch of broken, disassembled clocks set for 0300.
Oh. And Tuxa, Sen.
Yes, darling.
I have found a lot of broken clocks in a building.
Are they right?
Filled with explosives.
Twice a day. Yeah.
But also, here's a box. Put that bull in there. We probably don't want to be carrying that around in public.
You can dump all the clocks out of the toolbox and
oh yeah,
put it in there. Now it even has a little handle. Isn't that convenient?
Then I'll put this box in another box, and then I'll mail it to myself.
And I'll smash it with telekinesis other.
Grab one of those clocks, won't you, darling?
Is there room in the toolbox for the bull and a few clocks?
Maybe one or two small ones.
Okay. Well, we're not taking.
I just need one.
You can always take one of the wall hangings and bundle all the clocks into that and wander off with the sack over your shoulder.
I am not going to be seen walking around town with a bindle.
I could make Rand do it.
Ren was intending to carry the toolbox.
I am not going to be seen walking around town with someone who's carrying a bindle.
No, you'd be invisible the whole time. I'm going to save you the fatigue
Yes.
and carry the toolbox with the bowl full of glass and blood and a couple broken clocks. Right. Up and out.
I do appreciate that you two make sure that whenever there's such an opportunity to carry blood, I don't have to do it.
I'm a bit concerned that it keeps coming up.
Yeah,
Not
I was
joking
about to
about it. I
say-
joke about it constantly, but the actual not joke part keeps coming up.
At this point, I figure it's part of the job. You know, doing taxes, making sure companies' books are on the level, or at least appropriately graftful, and carrying blood around. That's got to go somewhere. Might as well go with us.
Ram will
Just,
look at
you
Sen
know.
with a look that just says, I'm not sure if she's joking. And that concerns me.
I kind of wish that it wasn't part of our job description, but, you know, it seems like it is.
Yes, you'd think the lightsaber would cauterize more often.
So, shall we get out of here before 3 o'clock?
Yeah, let's get out
I'm
of here.
assuming we were saying this as we were getting out of here.
Indeed. As you go down, you can actually find a door that, if you follow the footprints, perhaps people were coming in and out through this side door, which does not seem to actually have a working lock on it.
The window was totally unnecessary,
Well,
But it
I
was
mean, you
fun.
had,
but it
And
was
therefore
fun.
necessary.
See, that's part of the job too.
and you can stroll out into the afternoon mizzle. Well, it's not quite raining. It's really foggy. This place is so much pea soup. It's so humid.
At least you know the fire won't spread very far.
That's
I-
probably why it didn't spread very far before. Yes, Antuxa?
I would like to make one final call before we end the session.
Okay.
Since I know we have crossed the 2-hour mark.
Mm.
I would like to call Hurston.
All right. Hurston will pick up the phone, especially for you.
Hurston, darling, how are you today?
I'm quite well, thank you.
Oh, I'm so
How are
glad to hear
you?
that.
I hope.
Well,
you're
I
doing
was
well.
I was hoping we could have dinner again tonight. And
Of course.
there is a favor you could do me if you were so inclined.
I am very inclined to help someone from, well, we all know. We all know
Well-
your spheres of expertise.
Indeed. Now, you may not ask how I know this, but there is a building near the Nishan docks that, well, it looks very much like someone's going to blow it up. And I would hate for anyone to get hurt who wasn't supposed to be. So, if you know anyone who, what's the term I'm looking for?
Mhm.
I should very much like it if someone in a position to keep people away from that building around 3 o'clock could do so.
All right. Do you have the address?
I believe I do. The player does not. Antuxa absolutely would.
Yes, you have the address. You can say the address. He goes, the blood. It's already been burned down.
Well, there's quite a lot of accelerant there and quite a number of clocks set to 3 o'clock. And the
Ah.
accelerant is fresh and in cans. So whatever they're going to do, they're going to do it soon. And they're going to do it again.
Last time that was Berecti's boys. The first or the second of the leaders, I think.
Antuxa makes a mental note of this.
Understood, ma'am. He
Well, I
managed
just
to make
wanted to get
ma'am
the word
sound
out.
like my lady. Yes, I'll.
I just wanted to get the word out as early as possible. I'd so hate for any of your friends to be caught in the blowback, as it were.
I'll tell my people to stay away from it. That something's going to go down. Thank you.
Thank you, darling. And I'll swing by Genomi's this evening and see if we can find each other.
Oh, excellent. Yes, I'll be there. I'll be there.
All right.
I
Goodbye,
hope
dear.
you- Goodbye, ma'am. He makes it sound like my lady. in a sort of polite way.
Well, I have a date.
Seems like you do.
He's one of the people who performed the ritual. I want to see what I can find out about it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I suppose in the meantime, we can do a little more research.
Indeed. That sounds like fun.
But since it's been a couple hours, shall we end off? Or is there anything else anyone wants to do?
I think we can end off here.
All right. In that case, thank you all for playing. I hope everyone listening had some fun. I had Crash, I had Ellie, I had EO. And does anyone have anything they want to plug?
You
going to make-
write books.
Yeah, I've done it a few times. I committed books, and you can find them at elizabethmccoy.com. And you can ask your library to get them through Overdrive, and then you can read it through Libby. And speaking of cool stuff,
Well, we put all these podcasts at aaronbsmith.com. You can follow us on the Fediverse. It is aaronbsmith.com/@cogwheel. And we have a Patreon, patreon.com/cogwheelgaming, where you can go to help us keep the lights on, along with other illustrious patrons, including Ellie, Shen, Walter, Liv Drummond, and Patron Emeritus Cindy.
until next time, this is Beth saying, that place has got to go. That place is... No one makes a fool of me. Night, everyone.